What's up, campers? Another vlog here. Gonna be a quick one, but just got back from New Mexico with Shelby out there visiting grandparents, and my buddy has a day off, so we just decided to do an impromptu one-nighter out in Cleveland National. My buddy Louie, we're at Costco right now. He just got new tires and stuff, so we're actually gonna go search for this dispersed campsite in Cleveland National. I just literally was cruising around Google Earth and I found this spot that looks pretty cool. So we're gonna check that out. You do need a permit. It's free camping out there, but you do need a permit if you decide to overnight there. So we're gonna check out the spot. He's gonna stay a couple days, so if we like it and if we're able to get to it, I went there one time solo with the Subi and the road was a little rough, so I didn't end up going any further. But since he's with me, he has a two-wheel drive, but I think we can make it. I have a little bit more experience driving now. We have all the recovery gear if need be, so we're gonna check that out, and then, but we might end up just going to Sibbett's Flat because he brought his dog with him, Timber, and he wants to do a little bit of hiking and stuff the dates that he's there. And Sibbett's Flat is right on the PCT basically, so that'd be great for him. Or there's like Kitchen Creek Falls, a little waterfall out there. But I'm just stoked that I have a buddy to explore this dispersed site with, because I usually don't go dispersed spots when they're brand new to me, unless I have someone just in case. We've got the Zolio and stuff, but we're leaving from North County, San Diego right now. It should take us about an hour and a half to get there. And then we'll check in once we get to where we're going. Alrighty. Alrighty, we turned off Sunrise Highway. This is a little paved road, but it's not really maintained. Fire restriction. Yeah, so we're gonna look for this spot. There's a lot of different spots out here, but I have one in mind. It should be pretty close coming up. It's not all the way down to Pine Valley, but it's pretty close to Sunrise Highway. Definitely not maintained, like I said, out here. Let's see. My buddy got the two-wheel. Let's see if we can get to the spot because it's off this paved-ish road. We'll see. Alright, y'all, so I actually lost audio right after this clip ends in the clips after this, so I'm just going to kind of voice over the rest of the trip. We actually didn't go down this whole road. About a mile and a half into it, you can see there's some pretty big potholes. We found a little site that I was looking at, so we parked at the bottom of this hill, and we decided to walk the rest. As you can see, it's a little rutted out on the left and right here. You can see Timber's right into the rut, and Louis goes right down into it. This isn't that bad. But when we go up a little further here, this is the spot where it kind of starts to get a little hairy. And this is a spot where I actually turned around last time. To the right there, that's actually also a campsite that you can kind of pull into, and the ground gets really soft there. But kind of right here, it gets a little hairier. And then as we're coming up to the right here, this is where the spot is that I was a little bit worried, especially for Louis because he has two-wheel drive, but might have made it past there. That rut on the right's pretty quick. That loops around to that campsite I was just talking about. And then we're kind of walking up the hill right now. And you can see it starts to get a little worse. This is one of those times where it always looks a lot worse in person than on camera. I think if I had a capable partner, not to say that Louis is not capable, but someone who not a two-wheel drive, I might attempt this one day. But here's the top spot. It is absolutely beautiful. There was actually a Jeep up there as well. And I think this is the spot where I was narrating that we were up there, and it looked like the dude had a shotgun on his lap under a blanket. He was super friendly, but he also told us he saw a forest ranger, a forest technician, not a ranger, at the bottom. We actually ran into that technician as well. And the guy at the top said, "Hey, did he tell you about the bear?" And we were like, "No, he didn't." So we ended up walking down and asking the forest tech about a bear. And he said that he saw a bunch of bear scat and a bunch of bear paw tracks down by this little ravine. And this is Mount Laguna in San Diego, and that would be extremely rare for a bear to be this far south. We almost really didn't believe it, but I mean, why would the dude lie to us? Unless this is like his camp spot, he usually camps at. Anyways, it was really confusing, but we ended up staying and sleeping in the car. This is a little walk up the road, so there's a lot of roundabouts on this road that you can camp in, but the one we were in is a little bit off the road, which is why we decided to stay there. Even though we were in a roundabout, so a couple cars did come by and kind of dust us out a little bit, but that was okay. So here's pulling up to our campsite, and you can see on the right, that's where we are. We're actually in the middle of like a roundabout, so that's why we're getting dusted out. But it's a really cozy, really cool spot. There actually wasn't too much traffic there, which was really nice, even though it was a little bit close to that little paved road. Actually, a Tesla rolled up here, and it was these two people, and they were like, hey, can we camp around here? And we're like, technically, yeah. But I wouldn't go any further down the road or down the hill because they would have got stuck. Anyways, they ended up kind of choosing a different campsite. But here we are. We just chilling, you know, drinking some beers, got some Jameson going. I actually stopped at Fraser Farms and got that sushi, like I said. So that's what we had for lunch. Just enjoyed a really nice sunset. Chilled out, just chatted. Hadn't seen Louie in a while. And this was actually a really cool spot even when the sun went down. Because we're in this little covered area of trees, it ended up being super cool. So once we roll into the night footage, I hope it comes out. But first, here's a quick shot of the sushi. It was super good, and I love having, again, I know I always mention that freaking fridge, but it's nice not having to worry about watery stuff. Sushi stayed nice and dry. It was a little bit too dry, actually, like the rice kind of dried out. But here's the spot at night. What I ended up doing was putting the O-light around us, so we had like a little perimeter. Got the ignic going because of the fire ban, and it was extremely chill. I did not set up the tent that night. I actually wanted to go easier. Plus, that bear stuff kind of spooked us a little, like I said, but who knows. Actually slept in the outback. It was extremely cozy, extremely nice, and I was pretty flat, so that was cool. And actually, the sound decided to work on the camera the next day, which is cool because I was filming this Louie messing around on his little Digitone. But yeah, quick little vlog, fun trip. Remember to keep it safe, keep it clean, and keep yourself informed. Like and follow for more camp stuff. See you next time.